Hey people! Five Faces is not here today, instead it is me. So today we'll have some kind of whatever stream, practically continuing on what I did on Friday and then other days on the weekend. So running 1v1 maps with the maps that I have compiled into the list, and so actually continuing on what I have on that list to check whether there is something new and yet unplayed, or vaguely played before and not yet present in any competitive stuff, but is quite interesting to be played on competitive. So as you can see, starting with Face Off, with the second iteration of Face Off made by Whippy. The first one was already present in Raggle Season 4. Should be 4, maybe 5, but I think it's Season 4, yeah. It's Season 5, so present in Season 5. And weeded out by lorry driver himself during his multi-day streaming and map testing, which I am more or less trying probably to replicate, but actually more getting fun. Hello Poncho. So regarding the playtesting, actually we can do several games if you want. I think, and I'm actually on that PR compiled and launched already as well, so the only thing I will need is to actually launch a dedicated server, I suppose. After that, I will need to properly set up ports, which I, of course, don't remember. And of course, I've deleted all my scripts with the previous version. Okay, it's wait a second. So now let's see whether it starts correctly, and probably I will be able to run the playtest server. Yep, it started. So So Pancho, if you are ready, we can do some testing on official maps, because I don't have any actual ones on this fleet, obviously, and also need to exactly enable sound. So you should be seeing this. Yep, it's a dev version. it's running fine, it's advertising itself, so everything is set up. And we're just waiting for Pancho or Puncho or whatever his name is pronounced correctly to join me. And what I'm actually testing is the recent second frozen actors, frozen units, frozen buildings PR made by Pichot, which is probably going to be, well, not probably, but highly likely going to be present in the second version of playtest, fixing the rest of stuff that was not fixed for the first, and also fixing several bugs there. So what it should do, it should actually correctly process orders for units that target other units under fog or other target units, and those targets disappear under fog. So it fixes several stuff that is happening when targets actually disappear. Yep, and if Pasha wants to join, and I have absolutely no problem with that, and let's actually check that. And he probably should be in chat. Hello, the only problem is that my Discord is rerouting your voice somewhere in my speakers, not in my headset. I need to check it. Say something again? Yeah, now it's correct. Probably, I hope it's correct for the Streamlabs as well.
Let me check. Okay, test.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. The only thing is that I don't know whether anyone else is hearing you, but
I just want to know if it's on stream. It is.
Yeah, it should be on stream.
This 5-second delay?
Oh, well, it's general Twitch delay. I don't enable the actual stream delay for this one, because it's obviously not competitive. I don't know.
So where should we start?
Yeah, probably we can just jump in right now with a simple game, or I don't know if you want to do it with a debug menu. It's probably whatever.
Well, we could have a normal game, and then when someone wins, switch to commands, /all and so on.
Yeah, so nothing prevents us to actually enable the debug menu. Right, so anyway, this PR, and you've built it from Bleed and from the PR 16067, right?
Yeah.
So as far as I understand, it has still some bugs on it, which are not yet fixed, and Pichot said that he will fix that during the following days. But still, we can run and maybe find something else that is not yet correctly processing through the frozen actor stuff, because As it was said in chat, there is something like a can of worms opened up by Picho with this stuff. So
Yeah,
if
I read it all.
yeah, if you fixed one stuff, then something else is coming up on the other side, and practically half of the engine needs to be rewritten from scratch. Right, so I guess I'm just checking ready.
So no reusable engineers. Okay.
Battle control initialized.
Affirmative.
Building.
It's probably too loud for me from the in-game.
Construction complete. New construction options.
I think I haven't played Greenbelt for like a year and a half already.
Well, I have much more experience than,
Construction
but I haven't played
construction
like
option
normal
training.
games often.
Primary building unit select ready.
So
Primary building ready. Selected.
Yeah, and anyway,
Unit ready.
neither of us have played
Unit
this
ready.
with consumable
Unit
engineers,
ready.
I should say.
Primary building selected. Training. Unit ready.
Yes, affirmative.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit construction ready. Complete. Cannot deploy here. New construction ready. Options. Building. Unit ready. Construction complete.
Actually, don't remember. Oh, right.
okay, crash. Oh, fun. Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, I'll check it real quick what actually crashed. So it crashed on the attack, so it looks like it's something like an actual crash of the playtest. Ah, no, it says out of sync, so it looks to me that we are doing different stuff probably.
Yes.
And I have a sync report which says no sync report available. And the exception log says that I should check the sync report.log with other players.
Okay, let me check mine. So where should we compare, or
There is another file sync report, but mine just says nothing.
Oh, I have a long list of things. So.
Uh-huh. So it should suggest that we should use make version before running. But as far as I remember, we did one of the last checks without it, isn't it?
I'm going to post this exception here. I don't know if you had the same one.
Right then,
my
make version it
GitHub
is.
desktop says that this is the newest version, so
I've just
and
built
I
it.
have built the project.
Yeah, what do you ask me? I've built it like 30 minutes ago. Actually need to check the log of the Git. Ah, right. I see what Chot is saying, that probably one of us has incorrect version actually. So let's do make version then. Can you do make version?
Well, I just downloaded it. So, from the bleed. And it doesn't find any newer version, so...
So do the make version and I think it looks like it's actually me who doesn't have the correct version, probably, because what I see about because I see there are two more commits past the one which I have just built make version for. So maybe it's me. I know what the problem is. Maybe not. Also, if the chosen evil one, if you're listening, so if you can actually host a server as well and join, that would be helpful, I guess. Yeah, I've re-downloaded, rebuild it, did make clean, make all, make version, and I still get the same version, and it says the same version that I've just posted in chat in the
Okay.
actual game screen. So that is supposed to be the latest one. So if you make version, then you can actually copy the string that it gives you. Are you still building now?
No, I have built it. I don't know, should I download the new version or what? Because I have the newest one.
So you did the make clean and make all?
Uh,
Maybe something is not cleaning up, so you, well, basically the every build I do, I just do make clean to clean up everything, then make all to
well,
make all.
what I did was remove the old files and patch the new ones.
Yeah, so you've just downloaded everything from scratch.
Yeah.
So anyway, you should do make all, and then you should do make version, as Pichot there just commented.
I tried doing make version, but unsuccessfully. So I'm gonna.
What does it say?
I need to find it. Where is it? Then I called it.
Because for me, make version succeeded, and it says practically the same that I copied over into the playtesting chat.
It did it successfully. Okay. I didn't do anything.
And it should say the actual commit hash for whichever version you just built. And if it's the same that I've posted in chat, then that way we should be good playing. Otherwise, we'll get out of sync because probably your version is not the same as mine. And also, after you do make version, your git actually your in-game actually says git dash git hash instead of the version. Yeah, I think you have the wrong one. Ah, right. Now I know. I think what you did there, because you didn't get the actual PR, but you got the bleed version, the latest bleed commit.
Yeah. You said the bleed.
I said that I was going to test this PR, the one that I've latestly linked.
No, already.
Yeah, and
that
I
makes
think
sense.
I think.
Okay, I'm fetching that bleed right now.
because it was not yet merged to bleed anyway, so it's not possible to.
I already had that version.
Hmm? Bane, we are on bleeding edge latest version of OpenArray that you are going to see in the future. So basically, we are in the future, and depending on your computer git and programming skills, you are probably not able to visit that future. But I think after 1 or 2 games I'll be able to switch back to release. Especially that the players count has doubled since when I started stream. No, it's not a mod, it's the latest PR that will make its way into the second playtest soon. Once it's ready, and we just wanted to test that everything is correct. And as I was saying, the actual stuff about it is, I think I need to sync up. Yeah, that's better. So about the sync, the new release cycle is having a lot of fixes and quality of life improvements. The single most major one is attacking actors attacking into the fog. Attacking buildings, attacking other moving targets into the fog, out of the fog, inside the fog, disappearing into the fog, and so forth. So currently it still has some breaking bugs, but hopefully those will be refined. First they need to be found, and that's the part that we are doing right now, but next part is that they will be fixed. The PR will be updated, and then we'll have a completely new experience in OpenArray.
So are you ready?
Yeah.
Battle control initialized.
Affirmative.
Building.
So hopefully we are both at the same version right now.
Construction complete. Building. Construction building. Options.
The sound system. Still,
Yeah. I
Construction
wanted
complete.
actually to check whether that
New
one
construction
was
option. Training. Unit primary training selected.
already
Unit
updated
ready.
Affirmative.
and
Oh.
didn't
Unit
make it
ready.
yet. I think
Unit
it's
ready.
up to be
Unit
merged, but
ready.
is not merged, and that's why we are not having it at the moment.
Unit ready.
Moving out.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
As you wish.
Unit ready. Construction ready. Lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready. New construction ready. Unit ready.
Yes, very well.
Unit ready.
Ready and waiting.
Unit ready.
Agreed.
Unit ready.
Well, at least we haven't crashed yet,
Insufficient funds.
so I guess the version is correct.
Reporting.
Unit structure
Ready and
captured.
waiting.
Unit ready.
Orders. At once. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Structure captured.
By the way, about the
Reporting.
reusable or consumable engineers, it says that of course it will nerf engineers' usefulness and probably a lot, but I still don't think that maps with lots of derricks will be that useless. It will just be less viable to
Our base is under attack.
capture derricks, but if you capture derrick, it still produces the same income like before, so it just has a little bit increased
Construction complete. New construction buildings.
let's say payback time, because previously you, for example, had one engineer and kept 4 oil derricks with it.
Unit lost.
Then you'll need to just get 500 from those oil derricks to
Unit lost.
pay for that engineer.
Yes, sir. At once.
Now for oil derricks you will need to have
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
4 times that
Unit lost.
instead.
Construction
So
complete. Unit training. Select cancel. Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
what that means
Primary building ready.
is that
Unit ready.
it just differs
Unit ready.
your
Unit ready. Construction
payback
complete.
time
Unit ready.
a bit, and it's
Unit
less
ready.
viable to
Unit ready.
Reporting. Agreed.
Unit
less
ready.
viable to use in
Unit
early
ready.
game, because you just can't
Unit
afford
ready.
so much money
Unit
to be
ready.
wasted on
Building.
engineers.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Training. Training. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Training. Training. Unit ready.
But
Unit
anyway,
ready.
during the course of the game you
Unit
still can
ready.
use
Unit
engineers and
New construction option. Building. 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 Building.
try to capture
Unit ready.
something.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Just it will be
Unit
later
lost. Unit
rather
lost.
than
Unit
right.
ready. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Wait. Agreed.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Building. 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 Unit ready. Training.
Reporting. Agreed.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Building. Building. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Now. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Unit
Ready
ready.
and waiting. Very well. Reporting.
Unit
At once.
ready.
Waiting
Our base
affirmative.
is under attack. Construction complete. Construction ready. Unit
Vehicle
ready.
reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Unit
Reporting.
ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, acknowledged.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Lost.
Ready and waiting.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Structure unit lost. Primary building select. Unit ready. Prepare. Construction lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit construction complete. Unit ready. Lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit lost. Primary building select. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit ready. Unit
That's
ready.
not fair.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit
And I
ready.
think it was discussed before that you'll be able to sell or
Construction ready. Complete.
otherwise
ready.
act on
Unit
your
ready.
building that is being captured.
Unit ready.
But I've just
Unit
tried to
ready.
sell my Conyard
Unit
and
ready.
it wasn't the case.
Unit ready.
So I guess it's either not yet
Unit
implemented
ready.
or
Primary
not
building
implemented
selected.
at all and just was
Unit
rumors.
ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Anyway,
Construction complete. Unit ready.
doesn't really matter, I think.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Repair. Unit ready. Unit construction complete. Unit ready. Building. 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 Building.
Waiting. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Construction ready. Complete. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Cancel. Training. Training. Construction ready. Training. Training. Ready. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. Our base is under attack.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. For now.
Unit ready. Repair. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit lost. Unit ready. Lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. At once.
Unit lost.
As you
Unit
wish.
lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Lost. Construction. Unit ready. Lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Construction. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Construction complete. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Primary building selected.
Vehicle affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit construction. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Ready and waiting.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
I think to actually test the stuff that we need to test, we need some radar dome.
Unit lost.
Of course.
Unit ready.
And I feel
Unit ready.
I won't
Unit
live long
ready.
enough
Building.
to see that
Construction
happening.
complete. Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Primary building lost. Insufficient lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Construction unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Select unit ready.
Perfect.
Unit construction complete. Unit lost. Unit ready. Prepare. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Unit lost. Ready. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Lost. Construction ready. Complete. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Construction complete. Construction. Construction. Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. As you wish.
Construction. Unit ready.
Awaiting. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Primary building selected. Unit primary building selected. Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Agreed. As you wish. Reporting. Acknowledged. Waiting
Unit
order.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Under attack. Construction. Unit ready. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Reporting.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Awaiting orders.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit ready.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Insufficient funds.
Waiting order.
Yeah, so far I think
Comrades? Yes,
it
sir.
works more or less correctly
Construction
because
complete.
my V2 just picked up the exact target I wanted it to pick up
Unit
into
ready.
the fog,
Acknowledged.
so that works.
Yes, sir. Yes, acknowledged. Ready and waiting.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Ready. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Building. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Primary building selected.
Wait, affirmative.
Building. Unit ready. Training. Construction complete. Training. Unit ready. Unit ready. Construction complete. Cancel. Building. Unit ready. Cancel. Building. Unit ready. Unit ready. Building. Building. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Base is under attack. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Waiting order.
Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit lost. New construction complete. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. As you wish.
Insufficient funds.
Waiting order. Awaiting action.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Ready.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Very well.
I don't know.
Insufficient
Is there
funds. Unit
point
ready.
to continue this game?
Unit ready. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Cannot deploy here. Unit lost. Construction complete. Unit ready.
Also, I've
Unit
just
ready.
realized that you've disabled your
Ready.
microphone, so
Lost.
you probably don't
Unit
even
lost.
have the means to answer to me.
Unit lost.
I have.
Ah,
Unit
no.
lost. Unit
Oh
lost.
shit! God damn.
Insufficient unit lost.
Oh, what?
Unit
They
ready.
are refusing my order.
Unit
What?
construction complete. Unit ready.
Now that they have visual, they can enter.
Unit lost.
Waiting orders.
Wow.
Ready and
Ah,
Well,
right,
that's-
so there actually is supposed to be a bug with engineers and spies that they are bugging out
Construction
when
complete.
attacking into the fog. So maybe
base
that's
is
what
under
you are
attack.
having here, and
Unit
ready.
that's what Pichotti said that he will try to fix
Unit
or at least
lost. Unit insufficient funds.
botch in the next few days
Unit
for the
lost.
next playtest version.
Okay, good to know. Yeah.
agreed. Ready and as you wish.
So anyway, as far as normal game counts, I'm pretty much out of the game here.
Yeah. So should we
Unit lost.
enter debug mode and check something else?
Unit ready.
I don't know, so far, at least the stuff that I have seen previously is definitely
Unit
fixed.
ready.
Reporting. Waiting orders. Affirmative.
Oh no.
What? Which one?
I don't know why they refuse to fire, but
Unit ready.
I cannot
Unit
reproduce
lost.
it right now.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Construction unit complete. Ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit strike ready. Ready. Unit ready.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
So
Unit lost.
oh,
Unit lost.
I had you left a lot of hints now. They broke. Okay. So I don't know why the two stuttered for me.
Building. Unit
That was really weird.
Waiting as you wish. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes,
Like
sir.
I cannot target the refinery. This refinery. Can you see my thing?
airborne unit lost.
Awaiting affirmative.
Unit lost.
So now,
I'm pinging this refinery. It's the one close to my V3s. I cannot target it. It just doesn't let me. Like
that's probably interesting.
I just
The only problem is that right.
I came inside,
Unit lost.
came out of it, and now I can target it.
And by not being able to target it, what do you mean exactly?
Acknowledge.
Is that
You
you point at it, but you don't have an attack
Yes, sir.
cursor, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have a move command, nothing. Like for this advanced power plant next to it, also the same. I haven't seen it right now, but
Affirmative.
like for all of your structures except for the bottom ones, what?
Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Well, at least I can.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Maybe it's
Maybe it has something to do with the slash visibility, because I saw everything.
Reporting.
Like, I'm gonna press it.
Affirmative.
right. So now I'm actually
Building.
without any vision.
Oh, no. When I reset it, it works fine. Everything targets. I don't know. That is a weird bug.
Vehicle acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Report. Acknowledge.
Unit
Yeah, at
lost.
least
I'm
I don't
Select
have
target.
anything of that,
Yes, sir.
so I don't know
Unit
exactly.
ready.
Awaiting order.
Well, I don't have it
Affirmative.
either right now, but
Primary building. Cancel. Building.
I had.
Cancel. Building. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Now I
Unit
cannot
ready.
reproduce it.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Looks like a one-time
Unit ready.
thing.
Unit ready.
For now.
Unit ready.
Oh, depends on whether Chode saw anything on the game. Well, even if he saw, the only thing is that he can listen to you because he obviously doesn't see what you have. Anyway, I think we can provide a replay probably. And
Well, if he won't be able to target buildings in the replay,
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
he will be able to see the actual, or will be, or maybe not. Yeah, right. I don't know what actual powers does he have in replays.
Acknowledge.
yeah.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. As you wish.
Now I wish I hadn't revealed all the map again, so I could record it, how it looks. Like it changes to the cursor, like the one that you have on the menu, when you hover over the menu.
So just a simple arrow.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Well, that's something.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
At least that's something that should not be there.
Awaiting. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
New construction. Building.
Okay,
Construction
well, I
complete.
can build
Construction
some
complete.
new buildings for you. Maybe we'll be able to
Building construction
produce that.
complete. Building construction complete. Building construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
I've just built a base
Building.
at the top of the map.
Construction complete.
You,
Yeah,
you
I have a GPS.
right. So what you also can experience is that your
Spy
GPS
plane
is up.
ready.
So it also changes some things. For example, when your GPS is up and you destroy a building under fog, or it gets destroyed, then it actually disappears under fog. The same as its icon disappears for
Our
GPS.
base is under attack.
Comrade.
At least I think
Oh yeah,
it's something like this.
Reporting.
it is like that.
Yes, sir. Comrade.
I don't know how to reproduce this.
Report agreed.
You can actually disable your GPS,
Yeah, but
and then
Waiting orders.
if that was a actual GPS issue or fixed by enabling GPS, then if you disable GPS, maybe you can try to reproduce it.
yep.
Yes, of course. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Airborne unit lost.
That was
Building. Unit
a
ready.
bad idea.
Building. Unit ready.
Report affirmative. Very well. As you wish. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Ready and agreed. Agreed. Very well. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Waiting
Interesting.
orders. At once. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. Reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
As you wish. Very affirmative.
Well, I don't know how to reproduce this.
I think
Base is under attack.
I've stumbled about on another potential thing. Just will try it yet again.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Ready.
So if I shift queue several buildings with my V2s while seeing them,
Reporting.
Silos needed.
no, yeah, exactly, it happens.
With the cursor?
No, I've found another one, and also the cursor.
Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
No, it's
Vehicle reporting.
when I deselect the
Oh,
unit.
yeah.
So
Silos
Yeah, I
needed.
see in the stream.
no, not the cursor. It's when units get deselected. So the actual stuff that I
Awaiting affirmative.
think I have discovered is that
Vehicle
when I
acknowledged.
shift click
Yes, sir.
buildings
Acknowledged.
when I see them
Silos needed.
by attacking them,
Affirmative.
and then
Acknowledged.
they disappear under fog.
Yes, sir.
My V2s actually attack not the first one, but attack other buildings instead.
Silos needed.
Agreed. Very well.
So the same stuff that applies to, for example,
Report. Affirmative. Reporting.
tanks or any other units applies to artillery as well,
Yes,
I
sir.
suppose.
Silos needed.
Waiting
I'll
orders.
just try it one more time.
Yeah.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Report. Affirmative. Ready. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so for some reason when
Silence.
buildings disappear under fog, my V2s pick up other targets instead. For example, just now I've targeted Tesla coils and power plants and pillbox and power plant. Then I've moved my MiG away, and
Reporting.
all V2s attacked
Silos
power
needed.
plants, but didn't attack the Tesla coil at all. And it still stands with full house.
Acknowledged. As you wish.
So I think it's also something that can be reported or at least checked about
Silos
the
needed.
Ah, yeah. Pichot says that he's listening but not watching. So
Yeah.
whatever you said came to the right ears. Yeah, exactly.
Silos needed.
The same stuff.
Well, the VOD will be here, so
The VOD, and I suppose I will upload the replay as well. So for that,
yeah.
I think we have found at
Silos
least
needed.
2 bugs here.
Yeah,
Because
but
I
one,
didn't.
we know how to reproduce
Your
and
base is under attack.
not another.
Well, maybe the latter is also not a bug, but something something else yet that may be considered a feature. I
Silos
don't know.
needed.
I suppose it's a bug because V2s change orders without being requested to do so.
Battle
Okay,
control.
so I will leave
terminated.
and upload the replay to Discord, and then link it up to the set PR as well. And you can comment on that PR about
Yeah.
what you've discovered, because I don't exactly get what happens. So you'd better tell it yourself.
Also, I don't know if this is a bug, but uh, if you shift queue the buildings for planes or helicopters, and where they are automatically reloading, you still have the red line to the target.
I think if they will get reloaded, and then when they fly again from after reloading, they will target the same target. So they will just
No,
get
they
back and
don't. They
continue.
don't. No, they don't target the same target anymore.
Ah,
Uh,
probably
just
they
cancels
want
the command.
it, but don't do it.
I know in the previous version they did, but in this one, once they get from they cancel the order.
Yeah, what I remember for sure is that regarding this set stuff, they never did exactly what I wanted. They did their own stuff instead. So
Yeah, shift queuing was a problem.
most of the times, not shift queuing, but most of the times, Yaks flew away somewhere after reloading, instead of just me wanted them to just fly idle, for example, under the airfield. But I suppose that this also should be a thing, that if you
Planes
queue up,
don't do that, but the Hinds do.
so not continue on the targets. So I suppose that if you queue up a lot of buildings, then you want Yaks to, or Hinds or whatever air units, to continuously go attack them and reload, and then go back to attacking them. It's the general behavior. For me, at least, it's not desirable one, I should say, because I'm better to actually control them instead. But it's just a preference of choice, I guess, not the bug itself. Alright, so I suppose that concludes this part of testing, and I can get back to some actual playing or observing games run on the release version. And what I should do here is enable this one.
So that's it. Okay. I keep getting the bug. Like on all mods I build, the console says one thing like every period of time. I don't know. Like I'm going to post a screenshot of it. Like it happens in all mods. That's the screenshot.
Yeah, I see. Maybe that's something like Mac version does, because I haven't seen anything like it.
No, just on the console.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it on the console either. So I'm not launching it from Visual Studio, but I'm just launching it through the launch games indie. So maybe it is for me as well, but I just don't see it.
Oh, you don't launch it from the terminal? Just what do you?
I launch it from the terminal, but I launch it through the script.
Ah,
But I think the script does probably just the same. That's just launching OpenRAR game exe. So not much different for that. So the main difference is that I launch it from Windows. Okay, let's see whether we actually get. So, do you want to continue on the release? I still wanted to run some more maps from my list.
On the official release?
Yeah.
Well, I could play. I'm surprised I won back there. Like, the engineer capture was the only thing that saved me.
So what I was. So just don't forget to make a comment regarding what you've discovered in the latest game. I've posted the link to replay and the issue I found.
Okay, I need to wait for GitHub to update. It takes a while.
The website?
Yes, there's servers because it doesn't show up.
Huh.
It always takes time. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's...
Yeah, I think I saw someone else saying something about it, but I have never experienced the same stuff. At least yet. Hopefully. Hopefully won't ever experience that. Okay, now I have pressed F5 and it took like 10 seconds to update. But still, not minutes.
It's not the server. I mean, it loads up the website, but it doesn't show your issue.
Not issue, but I've just commented on the pull request.
Oh yeah, oh. Right.
Actually,
I'm actually going to... I need to build the version again, because I need to know when the bug happened, so I could set it in the replay.
Why do you need to build it?
So I could run the replay.
Yeah, but have you already deleted it?
No, just launch it. So.
So we just fast forward to the approximate point of when you discover that. Right, so while that, I see that Eskimo and Bane and I think Farad are already in game, and Saraband for 13 minutes, so probably will be joining as well in a minute or two. And maybe I will have some luck to actually go through several of maps on the list. Oh yeah, there is Eskimo. Right, so back at map testing, I guess, and probably I will try to speak about the map as much as possible while playing.
17 minutes, you should said. Okay.
They've already finished, or what? 17 minutes for the. Yeah. I'm just thinking several things at once. So, I don't know whether we should have waited for you or not, but we already started, complete. So
Building.
Sorry if we should. Right, so about the map.
Construction complete.
First thing I see is that it got slightly bigger on this side, so on this side and on that side as well. First thing out of the box I see is that left side is definitely easier to go through with units.
Primary building selected. Unit ready.
because
Unit
it's
ready.
at least it's 3 tiles wide, while the right side is
Construction
just
complete.
2 tiles wide into 1 tile wide,
Reconstruction buildings.
so that doesn't seem exactly fair for the left player. And also this pass as well is quite wide enough, while this one is only 1 tile wide. So that's definitely
Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Of course. Yes, sir.
for Whippy to
As you
update.
wish.
Structure captured.
Moving out.
Construction complete. Lost. Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Cannot deploy here. Build unit lost.
Reporting. Very well.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
What else?
Acknowledged.
I see that there are gem mines instead of oil derricks
Construction complete.
Ready as you wish.
at the ears
Acknowledged.
of that person.
Awaiting orders.
Unit
This is the
lost.
face of the map.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Base is under attack. Unit ready.
Reporting
Unit
at once.
ready. Building. Unit ready.
So that makes it
Unit ready.
probably a little
Unit
bit
ready.
more interesting to get a refinery
Unit
into the
ready.
corner.
Unit
But then
ready.
at the same time,
Unit ready. Primary building
Waiting
selected.
order. Affirmative.
Unit
in
ready.
the wrong direction.
Unit
Ready and
ready.
waiting.
Construction complete. New construction building. Building.
Yes, sir. Very well. Ready and
Unit
waiting.
lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Training lost.
Of course. Acknowledged. Reporting. Of course.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Ready and
lost.
waiting.
Unit lost.
Waiting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
And again, this bug with engineers that an engineer tries to repair oil derrick instead of capture it.
Construction complete.
Waiting orders.
Cannot deploy here.
Reporting as you wish.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Reporting.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Primary building selected.
Engineering. Reporting. Very well. Agreed. Engineering. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Vehicle report. Affirmative.
And I've slightly fucked up my load order here. Yes.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
I
Of
also
course.
forgot about that
Construction
rifle in the
complete.
corner.
New construction building options. Primary building selected.
That's usually what you get
Building.
when you're
Construction complete.
A, not paying attention,
Building.
B, talking at
Reporting.
the same time.
Very well.
So about the top part of the map, I remember that there were at least 3 mines, and I guess there
Construction
were 4
complete.
before.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
And
building.
so hello there.
Building. 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 Construction complete. Unit ready. Primary building. Select construction complete.
Affirmative.
New construction options.
But now there are just 2 in the middle,
Construction
and there
complete.
is gem mines.
Primary building. Select training. Construction complete. Unit ready. Base is under attack. Unit ready. 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 Unit ready.
Vehicle affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit ready. Unit ready. Construction complete. Lost. Insufficient funds. Repairing.
Vehicle report.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
That
Unit
is
ready.
definitely not a good sign here.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Construction complete. Cancel. Building. Insufficient funds. Unit ready. Unit ready. Lost. Unit ready. Lost. Unit ready. Unit ready. Construction complete. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Waiting
Unit
order.
ready.
I don't even
Unit ready.
have
Our base is under attack.
a chance here as well,
Insufficient funds.
because as you can see,
Unit
I'm
ready.
very bad at
Unit
playing while
ready.
talking,
Unit
and also
ready.
I'm not
Complete. Unit ready.
talking as much as I can while playing,
Unit ready. Unit lost.
and that means even less
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
than I should, of course, because I'm not
Awaiting
the
affirmative.
chattive type, as so scared
Unit
for example,
ready.
or
Unit lost. Unit
by
lost.
faces, or that is
Unit
Ganon,
ready. Funds.
the radio Ganon,
Reporting. Affirmative.
famous one,
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
probably you know about.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit
Reporting.
lost. Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit
Awaiting
lost.
affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack.
Waiting
Unit
order at
lost.
once.
Construction unit complete. Ready.
Acknowledged. Reporting
Unit
well.
ready.
Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Of course. Agreed. As you wish.
Preparing.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Ready. Construction unit
Reporting.
ready. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Agreed.
ready. Lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Awaiting for affirmative. Acknowledge affirmative. Ready and
Unit
waiting.
lost.
Awaiting. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
At least
Unit
survived
lost.
this
Unit lost.
tank
Unit
attack.
ready. Unit lost.
Almost.
Unit ready. Building.
but probably
Unit ready.
there is no point
Construction ready.
in continuing.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
So about the map, I see that there are two mines
Insufficient
for this expansion
funds.
at the bottom, so
Unit lost.
so
Unit
far
expansion
I suppose the map
Unit ready.
became much bigger and probably a little bit too big for my taste at least. And then it's also heavily biased to the bottom side now, because now the bottom
Unit
side
ready.
has 5 mines, while the top side has 4 plus 2 gem mines
Insufficient funds.
corners, but still
Construction complete.
this side is much more cramped, while this one is so much open.
Construction ready. Complete. Unit lost.
And of course those passage
Battle
on
control
the borders,
terminated.
I suppose they need to be fixed at least. Because as you may well know, every tile usually matters, especially on in competitive games. But yeah, I think I'll tell VP about some fixes on this map that are needed. Without
Battle
jumps,
control
maybe
initialized.
what I think is that this map will be better with a little bit smaller size, maybe. The single problem I see with that is that it will be much harder to make it good looking on the thumbnail here. Not sure about pretty ugly. Surely it's barren, maybe the words that you can use here. But anyway, I definitely think that main concern for the map was to make it look especially good on the minimap. At least what I think it is. But I like that there is now a passage at the bottom side, because there was none before in the first iteration. But I think we can make this river a straight one instead, and then cut off at least 2 or 3 tiles from the bottom. Still make it possible, but reducing the size overall. And then, I don't know, I would feel that the previous size of the map was enough. Now I feel it's just too big to move around. Also, this expansion, I don't yet know how to actually approach it. The idea with gems, for me, those look exactly like gems on River of Gold look. They are quite outside, in a place where you will definitely not have an MCV around. Like, place a refinery and forget about it. So that's spots that is also snipeable. But at the same time, situated in the corner, they can be, and probably, if you for example have this spawn, then you can probably have MCV somewhere like here, and then you also cover the whole part with gems also. So you can't actually snipe it past the middle game or the early game even. At the same time, if you don't control these spots, and you actually don't control the gems at all. Well, at least I see that if you go bottom with those 5 juicy tiles that can be covered with 1 MCV somewhere here, so blocked the whole part around. If you go bottom, then you are cut off from at least 1 gems and probably both gems, because you won't be able to control bottom and top at the same time. And Also, I've missed most of the game here, and it already ended. So now it was too much talking, right?
Battle control terminated.
So about the middle of the map, the part, the most controversial part of the map before, and the least talked about during these two quick games. So about the middle of the map, previously when you captured gems, the issue was, well, I think we can. Yeah, I suppose it is a sun face with a mustache. We are playing what I can say about the middle of the map is that previously when you capture the gem mine and you fight over it, then you immediately have the money kick and money boost for you, which meant that you're quite in a good spot, especially when you already won an engagement and then you have additional money to continue attacking your opponent. And then you also have the middle spot from which you can control both bottom and top. And you can actually produce units in the middle of the map. I suppose. Yeah, we can go another one, at least one, at least one. At least one normal game on this map.
Battle control initialized.
So currently what you have with the nose is that you don't have that much boost for the money from the ore mine. I suppose you still have quite an interesting position right here for the MCD, so it still feels like it could be mid or die. But at the same time, well, yeah, there's still the middle of the map position is somewhat contestable. So let's see how those players play into that. Yeah, it's so much like the new playtest stuff that shows actual orders given to units, even during spectators. It's so useful. So I immediately miss it. Also, I don't see. Ah, right. So those are grenadiers, and those are grenadiers, and those are grenadiers. So those are 7 grenadiers that Eskimo have missed, and he's not building any defenses or any rifles whatsoever. Only building now from a single power plant and a war factory. and X power plant at the moment. And he probably might be in trouble here. Yeah, he could have been in trouble if Bane continued to attack refinery, because otherwise he was actually able to destroy that refinery, I think. But instead he retargeted to War Factory, and War Factory is pretty tough, so you're not exactly able to destroy it even with 7 grenadiers. Yeah, it just takes a lot of time. At the same time, Eskimo camps barracks from Bane, and Bane just noticed it at the right moment, when you saw that he froze infantry production, and still building grenadiers here. That's a relentless desire to grenade someone. At least so far we don't see any attempt from anyone to actually capture the middle. Let's see whether Bane will be first to do that, because he's already building a service depot, while Eskimo is only on his third refinery and not building port trucks fast enough, I guess. And here comes another Grand Rush, this time a Grand Drop. Probably could have run Engineer into a power plant to repair it. That would be... well, that definitely would have been a better use for Engineers that just die. Yeah, that's only one tile, so that's possible by a lonely APC. The same like the left side is possible, but here you can also move a small army, while here you won't be able to. And also, maybe there is a problem with distances overall, so that's something that Whippy needs to check in the future. By the way, just think about technical stuff. If anyone cares about it, I've updated my streaming engine from pure OBS into Streamlabs OBS. So several new things is first that I will have those shiny new subscription, following, raiding videos and sounds that everyone has already. And second, I'm probably planning to use the chatbot as well. So maybe I will set up the right betting stuff. The true betting stuff where people bet against each other, not against the system, and just getting double or nothing. But instead, I hope it is possible in that chatbot to set up a betting against the pool of bets, and then you receive the share of the bet pool. So if 5 players bet and one player won, then one player takes all the bets from other 4, and other 4 get nothing. So at the same time, I don't know whether we can call this game normal. Certainly Eskimo is not in a good shape, losing assets 150% here, and pretty much crippled by constant power rates, but still holding. And maybe this long distance mining of gems will help him recuperate his economy. Also having several V2s, which definitely might help. At the same time, there is an army by Bane at the bottom, which means that Eskimo doesn't have any chance in this game at all, because when he attacks the bottom expansion, he'll be attacked from the top expansion, he will be attacked from the bottom, and the game will be over. Especially that he does not have an unpacked MCV here, and it's also blocked. Well, he can tank a lot with his harvesters, but that means even less harvesters to do stuff around. His tank goes down. Yeah, well, that's actually not bad here. Still leaking assets, but at least Bane now doesn't have much army to attack Eskimo. Well, this current situation also shows that you can be completely pinned down on this map if you lose the game, basically. So that doesn't mean shit for this map and for actual map balance. And it's probably an obvious thing.
Battle control terminated.
Oh, and I should definitely say that I liked those far corners of the map when they were oil derricks instead of gem mines better, just because those were very outside oil derricks, and if you were going for the bottom side and you could fight for those, you usually neglected the top ones, or maybe used a vehicle to capture both. Now the top map, no, top part of the map has absolutely no life whatsoever. First 5 to 10 minutes of the game. That takes a little bit out of face-off, like it was before. And let's go next.
Battle control
Check the
initialized.
Sandriser here, which was around for some time. And is made by Eskimo. But wow, that's a lot of mines. I don't know what to make of it. Yeah. So about the playtest, we had a single game and also the debug session after it. And so far, I think we found some stuff that at least not the new players test, but the pull request that will make up the second playtest soon when it is ready. But still, a lot of stuff to be ironed out on that one. Probably requiring a lot of rewrites in the code, maybe too much, but still. If it goes through and actually works, we can have a much better and improved version of the game here. But anyway, back to the map. What I see here is that I practically see something like the river of gold here, but a lot wider, and the actual gold, which is mines and ore, placed at one side of it instead of the middle. So still, whoever places the MCV closer to the middle or to his enemy's territory wins this part. That will be a massive win, and then he will be able to control a lot of stuff here, but it's shifted somewhat with the bottom, because bottom also has 6 mines, 3 per player, and actually our actual counter of mines is 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 19 mines. That's quite a lot. I don't know, my math is failing me, but surely that's at least 18. And one in the middle makes 19 mines. That's a lot of ore. And I suppose even losing the most part of the top side, you'll still have enough with at least 6 mines to gather from. And I don't know who that player is. At least he managed to capture one more oil derrick than Eskimo. Well, Eskimo concentrated on the communication center here. And he actually, Cocalero actually destroyed more stuff than Eskimo, so Eskimo is probably just teasing and thinking that he's playing against Smurf here, which he is. But not taking that Smurf. Oh, maybe that's not even a Smurf, but so far I don't remember any that good players from Czech Republic, if that IP detection is correct. So maybe that is a Smurf. If it's not, then we have one new good player. Maybe. Ah wait, what am I saying? That good player has radar dome before service depot and artillery is built into a flak truck. So I take my words back. If I can. That game is probably already over in 2 minutes, or maybe in 1 minute, just because there is an unstoppable force here that might be smashed by artillery here, but only if those are correctly targeted into the infantry blob, not into a tank, because tank just can tank enough and also can move, which will mean that all artilleries miss and they don't do enough damage anyway. Well, definitely one more game at least on this map, because so far I still think that the top side is very powerful, but still need to see about it. There is also a possibility to place an MCV here and control both sides. First you need to destroy all the civilian buildings here. Wow, this guy is surely a bold one, already building a tech center. I just hope that Eskimo doesn't take it that less serious than it looks, and smashes his opponent, and we just go into the next game, not waiting for 10 or 15 minutes to clean up. Also, that's a very forward MCB if you ask me. And you can also see there are approximately 0 rocket soldiers in that infantry blob. But there is Tanya. Let's see how it scares Eskimo away. I don't know why though, because he definitely could try and just crush her with tanks. Or a flame tower will do.
Battle control terminated.
I have a feeling that sounds become a little bit more quiet when the game ends. Maybe that's just me. Wait, what am I doing? Need to actually check it. By the way, if anyone still watches, how's the video and how's the audio? Because Streamlabs also promised the video will be more crisp and more detailed. Face maps, I think one more at least. Well, Baphomet is certainly a face. You know what? It depends on your definition of a face, because if you have a vivid fantasy, then yeah, that's definitely a face too, because it actually looks like something alien here. That is that. That also looks like some kind of a face. So answering some is probably justified here. I don't know, by this time we should actually get some players into the game, but I don't yet see them. Also, what? Yeah, I don't copy that link ever. Well, if anyone wants, he can save the replay afterwards and then find the link in the replay file and copy it. That's actually possible. I don't know whether anyone wants it, but yeah, options too. Correct. Maybe Wayne again. Because this map certainly feels MCB heavy. Okay, some other Russian guy. It's fine, because we don't actually have any other players.
Battle control initialized.
At least Let's see what he does and how he does it. He already built refinery, so I suppose we are in for another short game. Short and disappointing one. And while that is going, I'll raise another lobby, another client, probably baiting someone into playing. Right. So yeah, that is a thing. You know, Bug, that's something a little bit strange that you've posted. Maybe that looks like it. Anyway, this face on the minimap is not that pretty either. Oh, that's a rocket rush, if I see one. Let's see whether he's able to destroy a single rifle with rockets. Yes, he is. So that's a dash with death wish. Fuck. Yeah, I still feel that something is off with sounds on release. This pink is some random guy from Russia. Which you can notice by his fast radar dome rush and lots of rockets. And that stuff dies in a moment or two. Especially... Oh, that's a lot of rockets to take. Yeah, right arm. No war factory. Maybe he wanted to... I don't know what. Maybe that's his first game. Maybe he just wanted to fly. But that didn't work out because of a bug. Or the bug. Yeah, so yeah, well, this game ends up exactly like the last one, so I think I'll just disconnect and switch to here. At least we have another bunch of players with Lemon heading the game, but
Battle
I
control
hope it
initialized.
won't end up exactly the same way it ended up just a second ago. I don't know about that move out by Lemon, what he's trying to achieve here. I don't know how it's possible, but I think we are looking at 3 new players to the game, back-to-back ones, that play exactly the same build, exactly the same run 1 build, going to Raider and getting out of money. Or at least that's rack skip here. I don't know how it will work out for that guy. So while that, I'll try to set up yet another lobby. So fortunately, having at least one decent game. On this map. Oh, at least the primary goal was achieved during this stream, which was the swift additional playtesting of the game, and especially of the one of the crucial pull requests for the official repo. So that's good. But in terms of games, that doesn't really look much today. Well, at least it looks like this guy knows what he's doing here. Because he's already at 4 ore trucks, building 5th one, and also building a service depot. And that's only at 3 minutes time, so this turns out to be a player that doesn't know much about this community. But somehow plays quite okay here. which is interesting. So maybe either he's smart from someone from OpenArray Academy, or I don't know, we have yet another good player here. Again, building a radar dome, which I don't yet know how he'll use. And also rocket heavy, without much rifles. Okay, so like I was saying, middle of the map position is definitely a strong one on this. We'll see how it influences game, but first, and also come up pillboxes around. Which usually is either a mark of a frequent team games player, or just a player that is not yet familiar with the game, because most of the times you are better at building just simple pillboxes instead. Uh, I don't know. Given that it's really on a slow side right now, I guess I will take it like the last game of the stream, because it's really not that fun when there are not a lot of people playing, and I seem not to be able to exactly cover the stream myself here, so will be just better if I go and do other things instead. But we'll need to finish with that, and with the assessment of this map with at least one decent game, and to actually see whether that middle of the map spot is the move on the map or not, because I feel it is so, but so far it didn't show on those games. Let's wait some players in.
Battle control initialized. Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized. Battle control terminated.